Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad FAUZAN bin AZIZAN. I am from Session 5 Environmental Engineering. Our group has chosen picture number 1 as our problem-based learning, and we will find out what is the best way to overcome our problem. Without further ado, I will continue our presentation by introducing our group members. Our group members are MOHAMAD ILMAN HAFIZ bin ZAMRI, AA 2295, AHMAD HADANIE bin SAIFULLEZAN, AA 2008-60, SYAMIMIE binti AIRUL AZHAR, AA 2008-22, and me, Muhammad FAUZAN bin AZIZAN, AA 2007-60. So, let's move to background of our study. Firstly, let's talk about river. River is a ribbon-like body of water that flows downhill from the force of gravity. A river can be wide and deep or shallow enough for a person to wade across. All rivers have a starting point, which is called a headwater, and there is also the other end of river called its mouth. Along the way, river may pass through wetlands where plants slow down the water's flow to filter out pollutants. The water of rivers is fresh, meaning that it contains less than 1% salt. However, rivers still carry and distribute important salts and nutrients to support aquatic plant and animal life. Rivers are useful to humans for a long time. As an example, the Nile River that were used during ancient Egypt is important in nourishing crops, to transform dry, dusty desert soils into lush, green valleys, and providing water for livestock. In present, humans use rivers for irrigation in agriculture, for drinking water, for transportation, to produce electricity through hydroelectric dams, and for leisure activities like swimming and river cruising. The health of rivers, lakes, and streams are monitored and conducted by scientists called limnologists. So our research problem is, from the picture displayed on the screen, we can see clearly that a river near to the rural places are polluted with a lot of pollutants. It will surely affect the residents there. For example, it will affect the natural and clean water resources. It will also distract residents' comfort with the smell from the river and many others. Besides, the polluted river will more encourage others, especially to the kids, to stop from caring of the cleanliness of the river. So, how we will overcome these problems? Our objectives are to determine the effective ways to stop the pollution of the river. Next, to encourage people to love and care of our river. And lastly, to ensure the residents are living in comfort with a clean and fresh environment. The significance of our study are: firstly, we will love more our nature and care about the river. For example, we can learn more about the river, and as a result, we can manage to use it well. We can do a lot of activities with the river. We can transform it from just a river to become a water sources of plants, to watering plants. People can also swim there, but all we have to do is to ensure and care of the river to be clean all the time. Next, our study will avoid the residential area from facing a flash flood. The pollutants are the main cause of the flash flood, as the water will rise up quickly and overflow out. The pollutants also give a bad smell to the residents there. Lastly, the cleanliness of river will ensure the residents are supplied with a clean natural water source. They can do their house chores and their routine well without worrying the quality of water supplied. Moreover, some people are sensitive with the dirty water, as it can affect their skin and many others. So, by giving a treatment to the river will surely give a lot of benefits, not only for us, but also to the marine life.
For the literature review, I would like to talk about what is water pollution, what are the causes of water pollution, and our ideas to take over water pollution. Okay, what is water pollution? Water pollution occurs when harmful substance, often chemical or microorganism, contaminated a stream, a river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to human or the environment. Next, what are the causes of water pollution? As we know, water is uniquely vulnerable to pollution, known as universal solvent. Water is able to dissolve more substance than any other liquid on Earth. It's the reason we have good 8 and brilliant blue waterfall. It's also why water is so easily polluted. Toxic substance from farms, towns, and factories readily dissolve into and mixed with it, causing water pollution. So, what are the ideas? Our ideas are to apply the previous research about trash trap in the drainage and river. The first idea is drainage nets, or so-called trash trap, and the second idea is trash rack. But fortunately, there are some simple ways you can prevent water contamination or at least limit your contribution to it. First and foremost, reduce your plastic consumption and use or recycle plastic when you can. Second, properly dispose of chemical cleaners, oil, and non-biodegradable items to keep from ending up down the drain. Third, maintain your car so it doesn't leak oil, antifreeze, or coolant. And lastly, if you have a yard, consider landscaping that reduce runoff and avoid applying pesticide and herbicide.
Next, the solutions for this case. The first one is trash trap. Trash trapping technologies can help reduce the amount of plastic waste in our aquatic systems. They are an important addition to community cleanups, trapping trash around the clock, and assisting us in collecting more litter. Second, trash rack. A trash rack is a wooden or metal structure that keeps particles from entering a water mill, hydroelectric dam, or stormwater runoff.
Discussion. Trash trap. When it rains, a lot of rainfall concentrates and run down stormwater drains along hard surfaces. For example, the roads will pick up litter, soot, and other damaging materials along the way. The dirty water is then conveyed to a canal through a network of flow pathways and underground pipelines. Before being released into a canal, stormwater is filtered by a trash trap, which collects and stores larger pollution. For example, plastic for safe collection and disposal. Depending on where the device is located, the filtered water either goes downstream for further treatment, for example, rain garden or wetland, or is released into a local waterway. Trash trap must always be properly monitored and maintained, including cleaning and replacing components as needed, in order it to work properly. The purpose of the device is to trap and filter floating solid, trash, and trash out of the river or lake. Good. Trash rack. In many cases, hydro dams use their intake to take water from a lake, river, or reservoir for power generation. Water can bring a variety of objects into the system, including logs, stumps, wildlife, and waste, which can be hazardous to the plant infrastructure. The trash rack is positioned to prevent debris from entering the system through the intake. When flood occurs, trash racks are used to prevent blockage and damage to water pressure pipelines and hydropower turbine runners caused by drift, branches, leaves and debris such as dirt. To prevent energy loss, this gadget is constructed with a water velocity of roughly 0.6 meter per second.
As a conclusion, it is clear that the cleanliness of the river is very important for the continuous of clean water supply. People need to realize that the river has given the best service to them for them to do their daily routine, maintain their healthiness with fresh, natural water for them to drink and many more. The cleanliness of the river also important to ensure that people in future still can survive and supplied with a healthy, clean, fresh natural water. Nowadays, some of irresponsible people still did not care about the cleanliness of the river. The government have to take an effective way to prevent the river from being polluted and find a solution to treat the water so that it will be safer and healthier to be used. Therefore, we guarantee our methodology will help the government to ensure the cleanliness of the river for a long time.